Can you introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Victor. I'm the owner of this farm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what inspired you to start pig farm?
Okay, pig farming is something that I love to do. Yeah, it's something that is within me. I feel like to do it. So I don't know what pushes me to do it, but it is good for me to do it. As I start doing it, so I realize that yeah, I'm doing something. It's something that is within me.
Okay, so
Yeah.
starting how long for now?
For now, a year and a half now.
So what challenge that starting you face?
The challenges that I face here, I would say, is the feeding. Like this time around, the more that the increments are coming, when you go to the market today, the next day you go, that will be a different thing. So I would say the feeding was the most important challenge that I have here. As for the water side, I don't have problem with water. I have my well here, I have machine that supply water to the animals. So I think for that particular side, I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm beginning. I don't know anything about pig. I want to guide me to start the pig farming.
Okay. It's easy to start the pig farming. What you do is to first look for a farm who were into this, like who were into also pig farming. So you go there, but before then, before you get a pig from a certain farm, make sure the pigs have about 6 months going. But the animal supposed to come on heat like third time before you cross. When the first heat came, don't cross. The second one, you shouldn't cross. The third one is the normal and the actual time for the pigs, for a female one to cross. It's not wrong to cross them first heat or second heat, but it's not all that good. Sometimes it's made what do you call them? The female ones doesn't give birth a lot, but when you leave the heat came like 2, 3, 4 times before you cross them, they'll give birth for you. Plenty, a lot of babies. I mean, piglets. Yeah.
Okay. So how long it take before pig come to on it?
That's what I said earlier. 6 months.
Okay.
From 6 months going. But you start the first heat have to start from 4 months up to 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, but during the 4 months, 5 months, you don't need to cross them. But from 6 months going, that's the actual time.
So what sign that you see on pig that you see this one is on it?
Okay, at the back of the female one, you see where they used to, you know, their vulva. You could see their vulva. It will come red. Yeah, it will come up red. When you see that sign, mean it's on heat.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it is not come out, you could see that the vulva will be white. If it is white, don't cross. The vulva have to come up with red type color. And then you know that this is the first heat, or you know that that is the normal heat for the animal to cross.
Okay. It said it take 3 days before the it go. So that after 3 days, how long it take before it can come on it again?
No, 3 days. No,
When it comes
no.
on it,
When you come to heat,
it take 3 days before
no, from 3 months. You're talking about
the period that
the period.
yeah.
Yeah, roughly 1 week.
Okay.
Yeah, when the animal came on heat and you couldn't cross, a week later it will come on heat again. Some is more than a week. Uh-huh. So when that heat came, meaning it's ready for the crossing. The vulva, as I said earlier, when you see the vulva come up with red sign, that was how it is.
Okay. So it take how long before mature rabbit it can cause mature rabbit? Is it 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when it if it's pregnant, it take how long?
Yeah. Uh, Actually, each pig's beer take like, what do you call it? 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days to give birth.
Okay.
From day one that you have crossed them, yes. From day one, the day that you have crossed the pig, from that they have to start a record. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
So before you cut your pigs, do you give them medication before?
exactly. You have to, before you cross them, you have to inject them, give them antibiotic, vitamin. You know what can make them strong, and if there is any infection, you have to give them injection by a week or 3 days to a week before you cross them.
Okay.
It's very important.
Okay. So after you cut that, do you give them medication?
Depending on what's happening to the pigs, you don't give them medication. But when you see the pig, like the condition of the animal is not good, you can inject. There's nothing wrong when you inject, but you have, based on that, what I mean, you have to know what exactly wrong with the animal. Uh-huh. So if nothing wrong with the animal, there's no need to inject. But if the animal, the condition of the animal is not good, you can inject.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days
Yeah.
has happened, and
Yeah.
first time mother, do you need to be there before the to give birth, or they can do
You
everything there?
you have to be there sometimes,
Why?
simply because some, especially the first time of the animal,
Yeah.
they suffer a lot. Sometimes you need to be there when the baby is coming up. Sometimes they suffer before deliver, so you have to be there when she trying to pull out the baby. You can support, yeah, by holding the baby out of.
Okay. So after they give birth,
Yeah,
do you give them medication?
the baby
Yeah.
have to take like 3 days. After 3 days, you give the baby, what do you call it, iron.
Okay.
Yeah, to give them strength.
Okay.
That iron that will make them look healthy.
So after 3 days.
After 3 days, then you just allow the mother to feed and be looking at the condition of them. After 3 days, if nothing wrong, but you don't have to give them any injection after 3 days. By 1 week later, if you find some kind of, not feeling well, you can just have a letter like 1 ml, 0.1 ml of the injection to the baby. I mean the piglet.
Okay. So what time that you wait before you can give them deworming? You can deworm them.
The worm have to take like 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, here every 2 months we deworm them, all of them here.
Okay.
Every 2 months.
So how do you deworm them?
We have an injection that we used to give them.
Okay.
I personally, I do it myself sometimes, but I have a special vet which visited the site each month, twice in a month.
Okay.
Yeah. But
But
if there is anything that I can do by myself, I normally, do it
okay. So the vet they come here, they charge per day or
per month.
per month.
Yeah. Some yearly. The vet can charge you in the year, the whole year. He will charge for the year. So he will just come, whatever happened, look at the animal for you and go, because already you have taken the money already. Yeah. So there is no need for you to, you know, give anything again. But sometimes you give him transportation. If the place is not far, you can support him with some transportation.
Okay. So
Uh,
can I know the life cycle of the pest
the life cycle, the condition, I mean, you're talking about their condition.
from baby, the name of the baby to the
Okay. The mother, the female ones, we call them so.
okay.
Female pig, we call them so. The male, we call them boa. But their babies, we call them piglets. Just as everybody knows, piglets.
Okay.
That's for the babies. Yeah. But in general, it's pig.
Okay. So can you if I can give us some of the breed that on the system?
Okay. Here I have two type of breed in the system. Here I have like two type of breed.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the long breed and the large white.
Okay.
Long race and the large white. That is what I have here. But other people have like Duroc and the other thing. But for my site, I have two breed, long race and the large white. That is what I have here.
Okay. So I'm beginning. I want to start. Can you give us anything that I need before I can start with?
Before you start, first you need to get the structures down. That is the most important thing. Structures have to be put down before looking for the animal.
Okay.
And the water issue, as I said earlier, your water, you needed a place where you can get water. But if you had a place, I mean, the waterlogged side, I wouldn't advise to get a place for that side. But if you think it's okay for you, you can do it. But as for the water side, we are okay with that. You have to get your structure, get everything that is needed for the pigs before you go for the pigs.
Okay. So do you have types of house for the pigs?
Yeah, we have types, so many types of, you know, housing. As I say earlier, some uses blocks, some use the concrete to lay inside the room. Some use sawdust, some don't, just leave it like that. Yeah. But for my side, I use the concrete one. I prefer that one because it is easier for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned like you have water is that is where like I don't know if the pig they need more water or what.
Pigs need water. You know, pigs, I believe in, there is some three things that they need most if you want to do farming. I mean pig farming. You need water. Water have to be available, and the ingestion have to be available for them. And the third one is their feeding. So as for the water, it is very important. They like water, so you needed to provide them water always.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after you get your charter, your house ready, what's next?
Now, after getting your structures put down, now you have to go and look for the pigs to start. It doesn't matter the number of pigs that you want to use. Yeah, but you wouldn't buy the both boar and the sow at the same farm that you bought I mean, you wouldn't buy them at the same farm, both female and the male. I mean, the boar and the sow.
Okay.
Yeah, we call that inbreeding. Like you can cross like you and your sister. You cannot get impregnate your sister. That's how it is. So you buy the female from the different side and go and look for the male to at another site, not the same farm.
Okay. So how many pigs that the person need to start with?
Depend on you. You can start with 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, whatever. You can start with any number that you think is okay. As for the pig, they give birth plenty. So if you go for, let's say, 20, and you don't have the accommodation for you have the, so one, for instance, if one pig is able to give birth 15 or 20, and you go for 20 pigs, imagine how many piglets that you get, and that will cost you a lot of feeding. You understand? It will cost you a lot of feeding. So depending on you, the person that is doing the thing. But for me, I start with 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So starting says how many female, how many male?
So far, I have about,
No, I'm talking about starting.
yeah. I start with the 6 female. Yeah, and 1 male. You don't need to get 2 for the. I mean, for the pig and cross, pig and cross. You can service, or even if you give 1 pig, 10 female to 1 pig, which is the male, he will service all. Yeah, so there's no need for you to go for 2 or 3 of the male and 3 or 2 for the female to know. When you get 1 female, 1 male, you can get like 5 or 6 female.
Okay. So currently, how many pigs do you have?
I have about almost 96.
Okay. How many are you sold them?
I sold about 25.
Within 1.5 year.
Yeah.
And so how much do you able to get from that?
Based on the weight. Because for instance, kilo per kilo, we sold 1 animal. If for instance 1 animal got about 40 kilo. You multiply 40 by 30 because the kilo is 30 kilo, right? It's 30. So you multiply the kilo, the weight of the kilo. What you got, you multiply it by the number of the animal that you get. For instance, you get like 40 animals here, and all of them are about 40 kilo. You multiply that 40 times the 30, and you get the number of you get the amount of the money that you get from it.
Okay, so like the grown up, if you are saying grown up pig,
Yeah.
how many kilo that the grown up pig it can go to?
Yeah, my side here 180, and I have 210 too before.
210.
Yeah, 210 kilo.
Then 210 times.
Yeah,
Please,
times 30.
everybody this calculation,
Uh-huh.
210 times 30. Comment on the below so that I know the total of amount of that. That's a one pig of. So do the calculation for me. Okay, then you have money.
Sometimes depending on the kilo. So some like, but right now, so I'm talking to you now, I have about 160, 140, 180 kilo of one animal.
Okay.
So you multiply that by 30, and you will get the prices that I have for that one animal.
Okay, so you say you should buy the animal that you want. So
Yeah.
after you buy the animals, what's next again?
After buying the animal, you're the starting, right?
Yeah.
After buying the animal, you brought them to your site. You inject them. You have to service them. You have to make sure they are healthy. First, you will keep them for a while, giving them water, feed, injection, like for them to look good. Because as far as you move them from different site to another site, there might be different changes. So you don't cross them at that moment. You can keep them for a couple of days or a week before, if they come on heat, then you are able to start crossing them.
Is it crossings? After I bought the animal,
After you brought the animal from a certain farm to your own farm, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what food that you give to them?
My side, I give them rice bran. I have wheat. I have concentrate. Concentrate, we have three different type with three different amounts. So the one that you prefer to buy, that's what you buy. And you get the corn chaff, the salt, PKC, soya, Hebrew soya. But me, I prefer the Hebrew one. We have to do too many type of soya. But what I use for my site is for the Hebrew one. Yeah, those are the things that I use for my pigs.
Okay. Do you give them any different feed apart from fermented feed? Did you give them different feed?
No.
Only fermented feed.
Yeah.
Okay. Why you don't give any different feed by only fermented feed?
I prefer that one because if you want your animal to be healthy and strong, you have to provide them something that can make them healthy and strong that you wanted.
Because some of the farmers they give them the waste food and stuff. So why you decide to give them only fermented food?
Most buyers don't like the fatty ones. So if you are giving them too many kinds of feeds, it might likely cause them to be fat. So buyers don't like the fatty animal. When they come to your site and they see that your animals are very fatty, they won't buy it. So you have to look for a feed that will make them look good to reduce the fat on their body.
Okay, so the fermented feed, can you give that the ratio that you made them to give it to them?
The feed,
The feed there. So the feed fermented you take out to how long it take before they reach the table size?
okay. My side, because of the kind of feed that I use, yeah, they grow early. Yeah, I give them the feed that will make them grow early. So at the same time, it will make them their weights very heavy. So for instance, if for instance 6 months of my pigs here right now, when I take one of the pigs, the weight of that 6 month animal, if I weigh, I could get like 80 kilo.
Wow.
Yeah, because of the kind of feed that I've using to feed them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your 90, how many bags do you use for a day?
Actually, I use in the morning I use 1.5, and in the evening too I use 1.5. Yeah, so roughly day the whole day I use like 3 bags of the feeds for them. I feed them twice in a day. One and a half in the morning, 1.5 in the evening. So I use 3 bags of rice. I mean, 3 bags of fish.
Then that in a month you are going to 90 bags.
Yeah, more than that. I spend more than that.
So one bag of a feed is how much?
Okay, as I've told you earlier, because of what you see, the highest price of the feed that I had among all the feed were the concentrate. No, a bag of concentrate, the one that I used to buy, is 751 cedi per bag.
Wow.
Yeah, that particular one.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the physics, how do you the waste, how do you?
yeah. I have a place where I gathered them together, but sometimes I used to spread it at the side. I mean, at the farm, and I used to spread it at the farmland. Like sometimes the crops, the small thing that I used to plant around, I used to pour some under them
When
as
you pause, you do what?
as manure. It's good for the
Manure.
plants or the feed. It's good for the crops, whatever. It's a manure. It's good.
Okay, so if it's good for manure, do you keep for farmers, or you just use for your personal use?
No, anyone that is ready for some, you can. It's a my side as far as, but I don't sell. My side, I don't sell. Yeah. So if you are ready for some, it's
Okay.
available.
Okay, so please can you take out to your daily activity?
Okay. In the first place, what I do is from my house to the site. The first thing that I used to do is to come and look at all the animals. Sometimes you might likely don't know what happened to some during the night. So the first thing that you need to do is that you come and check all of them. You have to enter their rooms, because when they lie on the floor like that, if something happened to some, you might likely not know. So you have to enter and wake them up, all of them. You have to make sure they all rise up and you see their condition and stuff. Then you can able to start your work. That's the only thing you need to do at the first place after you came to the farm. That's the only thing you need to do first. Look around, check all of them, and see their condition. Then you start your work.
Okay, the second steps.
After that, cleaning. You clean the place, give them food. You have to, as I said earlier, I clean here twice in a day. As far as I give them 2 times I give them food 2 times in a day. The same way I clean the place twice in a day. I have to clean the place before giving them the feed. After the feed that, I pump their water. Yeah, my water, I don't fetch the water. I have a nipple. Yeah. So I just pump the water for them. That's the only thing I do after that.
So you are done with the
Then
day.
I'm done with it.
Wow. It's I see some metal inside. Why?
Yeah. That matter, sometimes we did this because have you seen how, if it is possible for you to
You will
put
just
the camera?
you will just talk. I will
Okay,
I
okay,
will
okay.
pause and guess.
Okay. Sometimes they feel like to choose something. Uh-huh. You see, sometimes they feel like to choose something. So when you have such a thing inside your room, it will help them. Anytime they feel like to chew, then they will go there and chew. When they are tired, then they will go and sleep. Other than that, if you did not do such thing, they will be fighting inside. Yeah. So it is good for you to have such thing in the room.
Are they friendly?
Are they?
Friendly.
Yeah, they are friendly.
But the rumors they like face their
They are
wild
they,
animals.
they are friendly. They are friendly.
Okay. How do you care about the animals?
As I say earlier, first thing you need to do is to, when you come in the morning, you have to check. After checking all of them, when some is not good, you see the condition of some is not good. As I'm talking right now, this morning when I came, I saw one. It's not all that good. The condition of the animal is not good. You could see when the animal is not good, it's not doing well, you know. Because the pigs are not just, they are not any other animal that's, they are very strong animals. So when you came in the morning and you realize that this particular one is not all that good, you will know. You know that there's something definitely wrong with it. So quickly you have to get get that animal injection before, if anything. Yeah.
Okay, so if you watch this video to this part of the video and you are new to this channel, please like the subscribe to this channel, like the video, share. Okay, so how do you sell your face?
Okay. Buyers there is not a problem. Just start the business. When you start, you get the buyers. Just connect to those who are able to do the same farming system. They will just connect with them. Then they will provide you some. You see, it's like it's something that everybody need to do. So buyers need to be located from different farms. If you needed someone to buy your pigs, you can just contact with another farm. So when you start, don't think about the buyers before you start the pig farming. Just start. The moment you start, you get the buyers.
Okay. I think today I learned something. When you are starting pig farming, connect with other pig farmers so that they can assist with anything that maybe you have pig to want sell them. They can contact you. Or do you have pig so that they can buy from you and to give their customers. I think that this side is very education. So if you learn something about pig today, just comment on it that I learned this on this interview and I want to know where you are watching us from. So any advice for somebody want to start pig farming because through our video the person is getting an impact or something to start. So any advice for the person?
Yeah, as I've said earlier, um, it is very good for a young guy or a young person to start a pig farming. It is very good. It's a very good thing. But for you to do that, you need to get a structure ready. The most important thing is to get a structure. When you get a structure, as I said earlier, you are able to start anything that you want to do. This is very good. It's a good business if you really want to do it. But you may have to be, financially stable a little because of the kind of feed they eat a lot. But it's a very good thing. It's a good thing for everyone to start. And it's very simple, very easy,
Okay.
and it is very good.
Okay. So your telephone number, your location.
Oh, okay. Okay, first, my number. My number is 0545908162. I repeat again, 0545908162. You can locate me at the Ruampo. I don't know if anybody can find a location on that area, but when you call me, I will direct you. It's not a place that you could lose or do whatever.
Like is it close to where the
It's close
ramp?
to Cedro. When you get to Cedro, you ask of the Rampoka, and you will find me here.
Okay. So do delivering.
For now, I don't do delivery.
Thank you for watching. Like the video, share and subscribe. Okay.